Where do I begin, bro? Like, I wanted to make a video on this honey badger Damascus Steel looking blueprint thing that I got with like pink tracer rounds, I believe. And the blueprint itself, it looks cool, but the attachments aren't kind of butt cheeks. But if you switch it around, it makes the gun better. But as I'm doing this, it's constant reminders on why I stopped playing this game. Like, there's just no reason why I haven't been uploading lately. I don't know what else to upload. Every other FPS is doing the same thing Call of Duty's right now, and that's just making terrible mistakes. Like, it's so unfortunate because I want to play Call of Duty. I do. It's been my favorite game for the past, what, 17 years now. But it's so sad to see what we had and what we have now. It really is. And all they had to do was copy what they did back in the day and build upon that. But they're not even doing that. They're just taking things that aren't broken and trying to fix it. And 9 times out of 10, it makes it worse. Like, look at the perk system, for example. Perk system has never been broken. It's never been a problem. Why does it have a charge now? What's the point of that? It's stupid. I thought it'd be okay because in the beta they like lowered the charge rate a little bit. It means they were listening. No, it's trash. It's garbage. It's not even good. And like the overall balancing of the perks are terrible. Why is Ghost a tier 3 perk? It shouldn't be a tier 3 perk. Tier 2 maybe. Ghost isn't even that overpowered. Ghost only works when the enemy team is good enough to get a UAV. I don't understand why Ghost is even close to a tier 3. And it's not like you're ever gonna get it, because usually by the time the game is over, you don't even have your 3rd perk, which is stupid. It's a terrible decision, terrible design flaw. They shouldn't even have the charging, and if they want to keep the charging, make your tier 3 charge quicker. Because, you know, some of the perks in tier 3 make sense. You know, high alert makes sense. High alert's pretty stupid. You don't see people using it that much because Ghost is also in tier 3. People want to value Ghost because most of the time you're on a team that is trash, because SBMM in this game severely punishes you if you're actually a good player. That's why I play so much with friends. Their perk system and the balancing between that makes it so much harder to fight what you're already fighting in game, because the SBMM in this game just feels like it's through the roof. What other stupid things they made a mistake on? The UI. The UI is atrocious. It's the worst UI I've ever seen in any single game, let alone just Call of Duty in general. I've seen indie development games, or just indie games in general, significantly better UI than what we have now. And it's honestly embarrassing. It is. You're a multi-billion-dollar company, and your UI is the most 5th grader UI I've ever seen. And they're still screwing it up post-launch. Why is there an extra button to change UI settings for the voice chat? Like when you're in game and you want to mute people on the enemy team or whatever, why do they add another button that you have to like click a little slider to mute people, whether it's on your team, whether you want the whole lobby muted? Like, why is that there? Just put the button on the scoreboard. How do we get to this point? How did we get to this point? 15 years, and not even 15, like 11 years ago, we had games that knew what they were doing. They always came out finished. We always had a combat record. We've always had the combat record. We've always had just actual maps, weapons, you know, everything that was supposed to be there. And we got the extras after the game was released as DLC, where you would pay for the DLC and you'd get it. But why are we getting half the game on launch? I'm not even saying that to just say that, but like we literally got half the game on launch. Did you notice that in your options menu, there's a button that you can assign for your gestures and your spray paints? You know, like how they had it in Modern Warfare 2019, where you could do like a little hand gesture or you can do a spray paint. That's not even in the game. It's not even in the game. Why is there an option for it if it's not there? Like, what? Why do you even have that? Where was the combat record? Week 1. That should have been on release. Why didn't we get that for another month and a half, 2 months? That's pretty stupid. What about ranked mode? We still don't have a ranked mode. I know they said they're going to do that for Season 2, but we should have had that day 1, or at least week 1. What about saving blueprints? We got that recently. That wasn't even a day 1 thing. Why was that not day 1 for Modern Warfare 2? Like, that just doesn't make sense either. And then there's the very obvious play style that they're trying to cater to in this game. The campy, no-move play style where you sit in a corner and you do nothing. You do nothing and wait for somebody else to move in front of your reticle so you can shoot them. That's how this game is designed, and you can see it. You can see it in you can see it in all the field upgrades. They severely nerf dead silence to where you have to pull it out of your pocket. We never had that animation, and nobody complained about it. Why is that there? Takes fucking, what, like 3 seconds to pull out your little iPad to say, yeah, I'm popping dead silence, just to put it back away and then start moving. And then dead silence makes this loud, like, ding noise when you pop it, so even though you're trying to be dead silent, it lets everybody in the vicinity know that, hey, this guy just popped dead silence. You might want to move or just sit in a corner and wait for them to pop into your reticle. And then I don't know, I don't have stats for this, but it feels like the dead silence itself just doesn't last that long in this game. I feel like I run out of it quicker than when I played any other of the Call of Duties before this game. I'm not even joking. It just feels like it's almost gone the moment I pop it. It's so bad. They need to either buff dead silence, lower the footstep volume altogether, or add dead silence as a perk. That'd be a great option too. Because like, the biggest thing about footstep volume in this game is you can hear people running across the map, which shouldn't be a thing. You can't even do that in real life. And then crouch walking. You can hear people crouch walk. Like, you shouldn't even be able to hear people crouch walk. That's the whole reason why everyone just camps and not moves in this game, because you can hear people moving in this game, and it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. And then you got the movement nerfs, where if you jump in ADS, your ADS speed is significantly, reduced. It's significantly reduced. You can't jump peek a corner and kill somebody that's just sitting in a corner camping. There's absolutely no way to counter that. And that's if you have dead silence popped. If you don't have it popped, they already know you're coming because they can hear you across the map. Speaking of maps, every single map in this game is trash. It's all bad. And we got 2 new maps in Season 1. That's great. That's awesome, dude. But the 2 maps that we got aren't even in search. Well, at least one of them isn't in search. I know Shoot House is. It's super hard to find that map. And that's the only good map in the game. That map was made 4 years ago. It's so sad. We released with the 9 maps, that's right, because Museum was taken out because it had copyright issues. And it's not even my opinion. This is like other Search and Destroy opinions. This is player-based opinions as well. Steam charts at the release of Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, 480,000, give or take, somewhere around there. About 2 weeks later, it's already down to 200-something thousand. That's a significant drop-off. That is so many players that said this game is trash, and it's not even a month into the release. That should tell you something. I know that doesn't account for console players like Xbox and PlayStation, or even Blizzard, but that still says something. Every game has drop off a little bit, but that's significant. That's like 56% of the drop off. And I'm looking on Steam charts right now. It's 69,000 players playing right now. That's even more of a drop off. That's like 89%. I'm not going to calculate it. I don't give a shit. The amount of players that clearly hate this game as much as I do is obvious. Now we got Season 2 releasing on February 15th, which, isn't a surprise because they did that with Vanguard on February 14th for Season 2. They delayed it. They're delaying it in this game too. Apparently they're going to listen to community feedback and fix a couple things, which would be nice, and I hope it's everything I just listed, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Because how many updates have we gotten in the past month or 2 months or even 3 months of this game being released? Almost nothing. I don't know, man. It's the reason why I haven't really been uploading lately. I just don't see any point in playing this game unless I'm paid, honestly. Because this game just isn't worth hopping on when there's nothing else to do in the game. There's nothing in this game that makes me want to hop on and have fun. And if you like this game, there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't, but in my opinion, I just don't like this game. I hope they fix it. I hope it doesn't take 5 months in either, because honestly, this game's probably going to be dead by the time that happens. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I refuse to believe that this is hard to do. I refuse to believe that it's hard to patch the game or not introduce stupid stuff in the next Call of Duty. They've been doing this for 20 plus years. They should have a goddamn clue. They should know what they're doing. They should be masters at this. But they don't. They just make the same mistakes every year, and it doesn't make any sense. They have 21 Call of Duties out there. All you had to do is take what was old, like say if we go Call of Duty 1, what was liked in that game? Oh, that's cool. Bring it to the next one. Call of Duty 2 has it now. Introduce something new within that game. If people like it, keep it for the next COD. If they didn't like it, keep it out of that COD. That's all they had to do. Let's use Modern Warfare 2019 for example. First time we ever had a gunsmith. It was a cool system. You kept it. You brought it to the next few Call of Duties. Great. Good on you. Modern Warfare 2. We've got the tuning system. That's awesome. Bring it to the next Call of Duty. Bring it. It's a cool system. I like it. Ledge hanging. That's a terrible idea. Get rid of it. Keep it out of the next Call of Duty. You did that with mantling back in the day. Remember when mantling was automatic and there was no option to turn it off? You made it to where you can turn it off in the next Call of Duty. That's all you had to do. Remember when Vanguard had that stupid sun problem where the sun was extremely bright and you couldn't see anything? And they released a patch with a patch note saying nerf sun, and they fixed it. They fixed the problem in that game. Well, Modern Warfare 2 comes out and the sun is super bright on Hydroelectric and Embassy. Why is that a problem again? We fixed it in the last COD. Why reintroduce it? It doesn't make any sense. All they had to do was keep the good things and build upon it, and then keep the bad things that you build upon out of the next COD while still trying to improve the next Call of Duty. Why are you trying to fix problems that weren't problems in the first place? The perk system was always good. You should have just left it as that. Dead silence, should have left it as a perk. If not, lower the footstep volume if you want to change it up, see how people feel. We liked it in Modern Warfare 2019, but that's because you lowered the footstep volume and didn't make it super blaringly loud to where I can hear you across the map. That was a good choice. It could have been lowered a little more, but I'm not going to get into that. All they had to do was just build upon the game and fix the problems that were in the game. That's all they had to do. And I'm sorry this video came off a little pissy, but honestly, we deserve better. We really do. I'm really upset that what I used to love is slowly dying because they keep killing themselves. Anyways, I'm not going to stop uploading this game. I want it to do good. I really do. And I appreciate you guys sitting through the video just to hear me rant about a game that probably no one cares about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant here. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Much love.